Hey, it's Joshua Lisec, certified ghostwriter here. You've probably heard by now of one of my superstar clients, Bushra Azar, who is the founder of the Persuasion Revolution and the author of the #1 international best-selling book, Mass Persuasion Method. Now, in case you didn't know, this book sold over 30,000 copies in its launch, either sold or downloaded 30,000 copies. Now, the average independently published book sells fewer than 100 copies. Crazy. Outselling the average by that much is something special. But what's even more wild is that Bushra only had to send 2 emails, 2 book launch emails to make that glorious launch happen. Of course, what's really exciting about selling so many copies of the book is that the book sends people right from the pages to her programs, her high-end premium programs, some of which sell up to $5,000 a piece. That's where the real money from a book comes in. But that's a topic for another video. Back to Bushra's 2 emails that helped her either sell or have downloaded 30,000 copies of her book, Mass Persuasion Method. Now, this is the very first email that she sends. If there's anything you know about Bushra and her style, she is over the top. She loves to use wild metaphors and visuals that keep you scrolling down the page, and you just cannot stop reading. Now, when she released her book, in her very first email, she featured $1,500 worth of book bonuses that are yours absolutely free when you buy the book. So when we scroll down here to take a look at those killer bonuses, we see that you get a masterclass, bonus 1, bonus 2, there's a private Facebook community. Look, there's a typo over there, focused with 2 S's. No one cares about typos. That's another video I did where typos can actually help you sell more books. It's crazy to believe, but it's completely true. And then the third bonus she has here is the audiobook recording. This is just absolutely amazing. So you get, as you can see, $1,500 worth of bonuses for what, 99 cents for the Kindle version. I think the paperback version is $9.99, something like that. So what you're really doing here is you want to move people off the fence. If they're thinking about buying the book when your book comes out, it's like, oh, that might be okay. I'll do that later, right? Oh, it's only $1, it's only $5, only $15, $20, whatever you're selling your book for. But to get people to say, oh, wow, I have to have that right now, use bonuses strategically. The Persuasion Masterclass, this, if I remember correctly, is just one of her classes, one of her courses, a module from it that already existed. The Facebook group, something she started and had her VA help her manage, and then you have the audiobook version of the book. So what she's done here is basically tip the scales in the favor of jumping off the fence and buying the book. Do you want to spend 99 cents to get $1,500 worth of value? Are you nuts? Why wouldn't you do that? So we have excitement, we have urgency, really built in right here to this first email. And if you look at the results of it based on the second email she sent, I believe the very next day, she hit the #1 bestseller list in 3 different categories in just a few hours, and I believe a half dozen countries. It was crazy. So in this second email, which came out the next day, that talked about how she's already sold, I think thousands of copies of the book by that point, she's talked about, at this point, social proof. A lot of people are buying it. So she's got, her own persuasion lesson applied right here in this email. So it's already a #1 bestseller. So she's got the social proof going. People are buying it. She mentions the bonuses again, $1,500 worth of book bonuses. And then she gives you this free excerpt so you can read it right here and see that, wow, she really does know what it is that she's talking about. And then you see this glorious image right here of her book being the #1 book on consumer behavior and sales. At this point, you really can't say no to taking her up on her book. So this is a great example. I hope you can apply this to your own book launch. Make sure you use bonuses, and when you become a #1 bestseller and sell thousands of copies with only a couple of emails, you make sure you let people know. And if you want to see more of my case studies around authors I've helped become national and international bestsellers, check out my playlist.